Hey, Bills Mafia, this is Buffalo Louie. It's week 18, the 13-3 Bills coming off a win, 40-14 win against the Jets. Play in New England, the Pats, who are coming off another loss. They're 3-13 and have the number one seed. So as far as last week's shellacking of the Jets, when we were there, it was at home. Just look at their predictions; it'll pretty much tell you the story. They lost 40-14, the Jets. First prediction was the Bills' defense was going to get a turnover. Well, the defense had 3 turnovers and a safety and a number of stops on fourth down. How about that? Number 2, Joshua had 3+ touchdowns. Well, he had 2 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. How about that? Number 3, Cook has 75 or more rushing yards and a touchdown, while Cook had 53 yards plus a rushing touchdown. He now has 15. He needs 1 more to tie O.J. Simpson's season record for the Bills. Number 4, defense gets 2 or more sacks. Well, the Bills got 4 sacks. Everybody was in on it. Von Miller, Rousseau, A.J. Espinosa got that sack for the safety, and even Ed Oliver. So how about that? Number 5, the Bills win. The Bills won. I had a 34-17. They were 8-0 home. Well, they won 40-14 at one point after Josh went out. Mitch Trubisky got through a touchdown to Tay Shavers, and it was 40-0 until Tyrod Taylor came in and mop-up duty and got a couple scores. I'm not going to do keys for this week, but I am going to do predictions. I think that the Bills will break the NFL touchdown record of right now they're tied at 13 by 13 different receivers. Unfortunately, there's no other receivers that were called up from the practice squad yesterday. So everybody that's currently receivers or backs on the team has a receiving touchdown except the fullback, Reggie Gilliam. So I think he's the number one choice to get it today from Mitch or Josh, whoever's in, Mike White. If not, it's going to be an offensive tackle, an eligible tackle that can go out there. All right, number 2, the Bills rush for 100+ yards today, and the running backs have 2 touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, and I think the Bills are going to have one receiving touchdown. So 3 touchdowns, I think they're going to score. Joe Anderson is going to lead both teams in tackles. He's going to get a lot of run today because Bernard is inactive. So look for him to be the leading tackler for both teams, actually. Number 4, James Cook, if he plays, he's going to tie O.J.'s rushing record. I think the team really wants him to get to 16, so if there's an opportunity in the first or second play of the drive, look for him to get to be able to run the ball. And number 5, the Bills win. I think the Bills are going to win. Most of the starters for the Bills are going to be not going to play much. Josh is going to play 1 series, but I think the Bills backups are better than a lot of the Pats starters. And by the way, the Pats called up 6 players from their practice squad, and they're going to sit. They're going to make a couple. They made like 3 of their team, their active roster, inactive. So look for. They're going to get a lot of practice squads in the game. It's going to be like week 4 preseason game. So look, a little bit on the playoffs. Look, the Bills, the possibilities for the Bills was Denver right now is in the 7th seed. Denver's plays today Kansas City. If they beat the backups for Kansas City, the Bills will play at the wild card week at home against the Broncos. Unfortunately, the Cincinnati beat Pittsburgh last night, so Cincinnati's is still in the hunt. They're the 3rd possible choice. If Denver wins today, we would play Denver. If Miami beats the Jets today, and Denver loses, we would play Miami. So the only way Bengals would get in is both Denver and Miami loses. So look for us to play Denver. I think the odds are that we're going to wind up playing Denver. With regards to the other game, the Ravens whipped Pittsburgh. And so now Pittsburgh drops to the 5th seed, but they could drop to the 6th seed. If the Chargers beat the Vegas today, the Chargers will get the 5th seed. Well, what does that mean? Well, the 5th seed plays the 4th seed, the Texans. So either the Texans or the Chargers would go and play a divisional week. They'd play Kansas City. I think if the Chargers can win today, I think they got a chance to beat Kansas City that divisional game of week 2 of the playoffs. The Ravens locked up the 3rd seed, so if they win their game, wild card game, which they get to play Pittsburgh again, and Bills win, we're going to be playing at home. We're going to play the Ravens. So, not so bad. We can beat the Ravens at home, and if we win, we either play. We most likely go to Kansas City unless the Chargers could knock them off, and then the Chargers would come for the AFC Championship to Bills Stadium. So that's pretty much it. Keep your eye on the scoreboard tonight. Good game tonight, which is the Detroit and Minnesota. They're both 14-2. The winner locks up the division. So there you go. Where else would you rather be? Right here, right now. Go Bills.